As part of our December series on understanding autism, we're talking about something important for educators, parents, and friends: how to support friendships between children with and without autism. These friendships are important for everyone. For children with autism, having friends who accept and understand them can make them feel included, build their confidence, and help them try new things. For children without autism, these friendships teach empathy, patience, and an appreciation for differences. But let's be real, these friendships don't always happen easily. Different ways of communicating, playing, and showing interest can sometimes make it tricky. However, with the right tools and support, we can help kids connect and learn from each other. These connections don't just help the kids, they also help create a more inclusive community. So whether you're a teacher creating an inclusive classroom, or parent helping your child make friends, or someone who cares about building understanding, this episode is for you. We'll talk about the challenges, share helpful tips, and hear inspiring stories about the power of these friendships. Settle in and join us for this meaningful conversation. I'm so glad you're here. Let's begin by understanding why these friendships are so important. Children with autism often communicate, play, and see the world in unique ways. They might express themselves differently, have strong interests they love to talk about, or handle social situations in ways that are not what we usually expect. These differences can sometimes make it harder to build friendships, especially with children who are neurotypical. Neurotypical simply means children who develop and understand the world in ways that are common for their age. They usually pick up social cues naturally, join conversations easily, and participate in group activities without extra help. Because of these differences, misunderstandings or missed chances for connection can happen between autistic and neurotypical children. But when we take steps to bring them together, amazing things can happen for everyone involved. For autistic children, having meaningful friendships helps them grow. It gives them a chance to build social skills, feel confident, and experience a sense of belonging. These friendships also let them practice communication and feel valued for who they are. For neurotypical children, friendships with autistic peers teach them to see and appreciate differences. They learn empathy, patience, and how to adapt and work well with others. In the long run, these relationships do more than just help individual children. They help create a more inclusive world. When kids grow up learning that everyone deserves respect and understanding, they carry those lessons into adulthood. Together, they can build communities where everyone feels valued, supported, and accepted. Let's take a moment to talk about some challenges that can come up when trying to build friendships between children with and without autism. Understanding these challenges is an important first step because it helps us approach the situation with kindness and care. Sometimes misunderstandings can make children with autism feel left out, even if no one means to exclude them. The good news is, these challenges can be overcome. With the right help and support, we can guide children through these difficulties and help them form real, meaningful friendships. Now let's focus on how we can support and encourage these relationships in ways that help all children. We'll look at some practical ideas to make this happen. Now that we've talked about the challenges, let's focus on steps we can take to help children with and without autism connect. With thoughtful planning, we can create spaces where all children feel included, valued, and able to form meaningful friendships. Building this connection starts with understanding and empathy. A great way to do this is by teaching children about autism in age-appropriate ways. Showing that everyone has different strengths and challenges helps children appreciate differences. Books, videos, and stories with characters who have autism, like those who solve puzzles or have specific knowledge, can make autism relatable and something to celebrate. Friendships often grow through shared interests. It's important to give children chances to bond over things they both enjoy, like projects, art, or games. Structured activities help by providing clear guidelines so all children can participate. Children with autism may need extra support with social skills. Role-playing and visual tools like social stories or cue cards help them practice social situations and feel more confident. It's also important to guide neurotypical children on how to interact with autistic peers. Tips like speaking clearly and being patient can make a big difference. Teach them that everyone communicates and processes the world differently. And kindness and patience are key to building friendships. Adults play a big role by modeling respectful behavior and guiding children. Creating sensory-friendly spaces with clear rules and routines can help children with autism feel comfortable. Pairing children up for activities encourage connection. Finally, celebrating small successes is important. Whether it's inviting a peer to play or practicing a new social skill, recognizing these moments motivates everyone to keep building connections. Even simple gestures like a smile or brief conversation help strengthen friendships. By using these strategies, we can create a welcoming environment where every child feels valued and supported in building friendships. Supporting friendships between children with and without autism isn't just about teaching skills. It's about creating a culture of empathy, patience, and understanding. These small steps help children connect today and lay the foundation for lifelong inclusive relationships and communities. I'd like to share a short story to show how these strategies can really make a difference. In one classroom, there was a child with autism who loved dinosaurs. He knew a lot about them, like their names, where they lived, and how they behaved. But he didn't often share this interest with his classmates because it was hard for him to connect with them in typical ways. One day, his teacher saw a chance to help. During show and tell, she encouraged him to share his favorite dinosaur toy and talk about some facts he knew. As he spoke, his excitement about dinosaurs grabbed the attention of one of his classmates, who also loved dinosaurs. This classmate began asking questions, and soon they were having a conversation, something that didn't usually happen. The teacher noticed the connection and encouraged it further. She gave the two children a chance to work together on a dinosaur art project during recess. Over time, their shared interest grew into a real friendship. They started swapping dinosaur books, drawing pictures, and even making up their own stories about dinosaurs. This story shows how a little support can help children with and without autism connect. By focusing on what they share and providing the right environment, a bond that seemed unlikely turned into something special. It also reminds us of how important it is to recognize and celebrate each child's strengths. For the child with autism, his love of dinosaurs became a way to connect with others. For his classmate, it was a chance to learn something new and make a friend. When we create safe spaces for children to share what excites them and guide others to listen and engage, beautiful friendships can happen, no matter the differences. These small moments don't just help the children involved, they inspire everyone to embrace inclusion and diversity. While it's important to encourage friendships between children with and without autism, we must also face a tough truth. Children with autism can be more vulnerable to bullying. Their unique ways of communicating or playing might be misunderstood or targeted by other kids. Sadly, they may not always recognize bullying or feel confident enough to report it. That's why it's so important for adults, teachers, parents, and caregivers to stay alert and act quickly when needed. Adults should watch how children interact, especially during unstructured times like recess, where misunderstandings can happen. If we see signs of bullying, like a child being left out, teased, or ignored, we need to step in right away and handle it carefully. When dealing with bullying, it's important to show empathy for both the child who is bullying and the child being bullied. Often, children who bully don't fully understand how their actions hurt others. Instead of labeling them as bad, we can teach them to understand the impact of their actions and encourage them to be kind and respectful. At the same time, we must support the child with autism. We should listen to their feelings, help them understand what happened, and give them simple ways to ask for help. For example, showing them how to find a trusted adult or use a visual card when they can't speak is empowering. Education also helps stop bullying before it starts. Teaching all children about differences in a positive way creates a culture of kindness. Discussions, role-playing, and stories that focus on empathy can help children understand that differences are something to respect, not fear or make fun of. Having a zero-tolerance policy for bullying is also key. Children need to know that bullying is not okay and will be dealt with. But this policy should also include teaching kids how to fix the harm they have caused, helping them learn from their mistakes. In the end, our goal is to make sure every child feels safe, supported, and valued. By staying aware, acting quickly, and promoting understanding, we can protect children with autism from bullying and help all children build better, kinder relationships with each other. Together, we can create spaces where respect and inclusion are the rules for everyone. As we wrap up today's episode, let's take a moment to reflect on why building meaningful relationships between children with and without autism is so important. This isn't just about teaching children to accept differences. It's about creating spaces where those differences are celebrated and valued. Every child brings something special, whether it's a unique talent, knowledge about a favorite topic, or a fresh perspective. By encouraging friendships between children of all abilities, we help them understand the richness of being human. These connections teach empathy and resilience and show that diversity is a strength, not a barrier. As parents, educators, and community members, we play an essential role in making this happen. It's up to us to create opportunities for connection, guide children with patience, and model kindness, inclusion, and respect every day. Through these efforts, we're helping to shape a future where compassion is at the heart of every relationship. Imagine a world where every child grew up in a place where differences were embraced, where every classroom and community was a place of belonging. By taking small steps today, we're laying the foundation for a more inclusive future. Thank you for being part of this journey and for your commitment to making the world better for all children. Every step we take towards inclusivity and understanding brings us closer to a kinder, more connected world. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this episode has given you useful strategies and fresh inspiration to support relationships between children with and without autism. The power of connection is great, and by fostering understanding, we're helping to create a more inclusive and compassionate world for all children. If you enjoyed today's episode, I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe, leave a review, and share it with anyone who might benefit. Together, we can spread these important messages and continue building bridges of understanding. Remember, every small step toward inclusivity is a step toward a better world. Let's keep making the world more inclusive. One child, one relationship, and one action at a time. Be sure to join us for the final episode of our December series on autism, titled Creating a Structured Routine for Kids with Autism, Tips and Strategies, on December 28th. Until then, take care and keep building those bridges of connection. Hello everyone, I want to take a moment to talk about giving back and supporting those who need our help. Some incredible foundations are doing amazing work, and I hope we can all come together to support them. Here are the 3 foundations and the wonderful work they do. For Bahay Aruga, this is a free halfway houses for children with cancer who need a safe place to stay while getting treatment in Manila. So you can reach out to Bahay Aruga directly by sending them a message or visiting their Facebook page for more information. Our second is Cribs Foundation. So they care for abandoned and neglected children, giving them love, support, and a chance at a better life. Direct donations can be made through their channels. And last but not the least, Kawa Pilipinas. This initiative helps provide resources and training to empower communities and create lasting change across the Philippines. Support their work by donating through their channels. Every little bit helps and can make a big difference in someone's life. Let's work together to spread hope and kindness. Please note that this is a heartfelt message, and I am not being paid or sponsored by these foundations. I simply want to encourage everyone to support their amazing work. Thank you and take care.